taking your time there, buddy.
Yeah. I got kind of caught off guard there where Pat went like 3 and kind of paused for a hot second and went 2-1. I'm like, oh.
I was a half second off, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on a wonderful, beautiful Saturday night. Getting the pregame going. We got another table full here. We are one man down. Chris popping all types of bottles here tonight. It is Halloween, gentlemen.
I'm so fancy.
Halloween, gentlemen. If you are a first-time listener, thank you for joining us. If you are a repeat offender, we cannot thank you enough for joining us. We are having a blast. We hope you guys are too. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at what, Chris?
The podcast S&P.
Woo! This might be the first time I ever got that right, baby.
Well, you didn't ask me where you can find me. I would have said YouTube's, but that wouldn't have worked.
You can reach us at the S&P podcast at gmail.com. Send us, comments, likes, concerns, criticisms. If you got jokes for Pat Lynch, hit us up. And we are proudly brought to you by DLM Tax and Accounting. We're coming to year end. If you're looking for an accountant, they are honestly some of the best. They've been a sponsor from the beginning. We can't appreciate them enough. Check them out at dlmtax.com or reach them at admin@dlmholdings.net. Chris McGraw, that is enough
of the business.
Let's go.
Let's get into it, Patrick.
I'm all in.
You don't look like it.
Come on, Pat. I need that fire you had 5 seconds ago.
Energy.
I'm all in. You know, I'm sipping on what is this thing called?
Okay, so we're gonna start with that. So
we're sipping on some tall boys of Coors Light. Coors Light, for the 50 millionth time, we are drinking your beer in the big can.
For the 1500th time in 50 episodes.
Yeah, 55. We're at 56 now, gentlemen. If you want to check out what this podcast is all about, check out episode 55 or
any of the other ones before that too. Saturday
Pregame has a clip list. You can go check out the clips, get a little taste.
Coors Light, we're like a cockroach. We're not going away.
I'm a big fan of episode
We're never
22.
going away.
We're honestly never going away. This is too much fun. It costs us nothing. So people, you're listening, you're not listening. We're gonna be here forever. We're gonna be annoying, and we're gonna win you over.
Yeah. So Coors Light, just give in.
Come on, baby. You know what kind of made me sad? There's on Instagram on podcast S&P where you can check us out on Instagram. On our clip video, we got a like from like a podcast designer, and I went to their Instagram page. I had them in like 3,000 podcasts, just.
So you thought you were special and then you weren't special?
I was like, oh, our podcast is doing okay. We're gonna be all right. And then I was like, and then all these you're just like, oh, there's just too much of this. But if you're sitting in a pregame podcast listener, you know what you're getting. You're getting the best. So last week was good.
Like Tina Turner said, simply the best.
Simply the best. The best is Pat will have some really good comments during the podcast.
And you can't hear them.
I know for a fact I'm not gonna hear it on the next week. And you when we started last week's podcast, you came in with a little song, and I was like, "Oh, Pat, that's perfect." Didn't hear any of it.
No, maybe that was intentional.
Well, thanks, Pat. Thanks for and that's Pat Lynch for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the podcast, he gave it to you in less than 5
minutes. Only the Patreon subscription get to hear these golden pipes singing. All right.
I don't think you were singing. You were just saying Tina Turner, simply the best.
Simply the best.
And everybody's like, "Oh, we thought we were going down a different way." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought we were rolling down the river on that."
Oh, rolling in a van down by the river.
Proud Mary, Chris. Proud Mary.
Exactly.
I know what you guys, so I'm super excited. One of my favorite holiday is got to be Halloween. I love the candy. I love candy.
Beer likes dressing up.
Yep.
I do not.
You don't like Halloween, really?
I don't like dressing up really, no.
Oh, well.
I'm not a fan of Halloween either, too much.
I do like the ladies dressing up, though.
I'm on an island.
You are on an island.
I do like the candy.
I love candy.
Beer likes it because you can get pumpkin spice this time of year.
Yes, but I like a party.
Yes, because no other holiday offers that.
Okay, well, let's go party on Christmas. Let's get wild on that day.
I like to celebrate Jesus' birthday.
I mean, what about Thanksgiving? You get that nice Wednesday night where you just go.
That's a good
balls
day.
to the wall.
Back on the table.
Balls to the wall, and then you get that Thursday where, if you can stomach it, you can eat as much as you want.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem. The next day is the hard day. You want to be somewhat coherent. You don't want to be hungover.
Oh, I know. You want to be hungover dealing with family. You don't want to be. I
like a nice holiday. I like a nice holiday party.
Yeah, see, the problem is our family likes to
really.
Our family likes to do.
You don't like to dress up, but you put on an ugly sweater. Yeah. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You guys make no sense.
Our family-
Absolutely not. You're all dead to me. Joe doesn't like Reese's, and you two don't like Halloween.
Let me get my spot.
Where am I? What friends am I with? Who have you been? Where have you been for 10
This is the
years?
path that you've chosen.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm out.
It's too late. There's no
For
take
that
backsies.
reason, I'm out.
If we didn't have a family that had a noon dinner on Thanksgiving, we'd be in pretty good boat.
I got a solid 3, like usually a 3 to 4 p.m. dinner. That's a
Yeah.
solid.
And that's not the
Solid.
issue. Halloween is
No, the issue is you're not liking Thanksgiving at noon. That's pretty much it.
No,
Thanksgiving's
I
the best
love
holiday.
Halloween. First of all, fall is one of the best. It's spring and fall are the best time of the year.
Thanksgiving's the best holiday.
Football,
Maybe St. Patrick's Day.
basketball. St. Patrick's Day is a good.
Except
one.
we're doing taxes all the time during that.
Yeah,
So.
so that's
I like
really,
4th of July.
it's not really a holiday we can enjoy.
4th of July has its own issue where if it falls during a weekday,
Yeah, it's stupid.
you're not really doing
You're not
anything.
getting out on it.
Yeah.
Last weekend was on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Or Sunday.
And we had the Monday off.
Monday.
Yeah.
So it was great. Saturday night, listen, I'm super excited for our Halloween plans. So for this podcast, we have candy, and I did a Halloween themed drink. It's called the Gravedigger.
Where did you find
Please
the
explain
Gravedigger?
it to the people that don't know what it
Would
is.
you like me to read the recipe for you, Chris?
People love
Whoa.
you, recipes.
Hey.
Thank you,
Give
John.
me a hot.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, go check out YouTube podcast S&P, and you can see our clips where I read you a recipe, or check out episode 55.
Other question: where are my fruit garnishes in this beverage?
That's true.
There's
That
none,
does
there's none in the recipe.
So I was just looking through like top 10 Halloween themed cocktails, and I went through all 10, and I wanted one that was simple, where I wasn't making a big mess at your house, and I also wanted one that I didn't think we would enjoy. And whiskey, and it was only 2 ingredients, so it's whiskey, so a shot of whiskey, half a cup of hard cider, and then half a cup of.
That's 3 ingredients.
Yes.
What did I say? 2?
Yep.
You said 2.
Okay. Listen, you guys listen too hard. Most people in the podcast.
Counting's hard. We get it.
Most people in this podcast would have just been like, okay, Pete, we got
Joe would have been
you.
like, it's great. I love those 3. I love
That's
those 2
what I'm
ingredients.
saying. The best part of the last clip that we had was you two jabronis. When I obviously was making a joke that said, you got your pet drinking like it's a Saturday night. And you both, literally within 2 seconds, it is a Saturday night! And I couldn't stop laughing about that. Chris, we're gonna enjoy the podcast? What are we doing here?
No, I'm not. I wasn't paying attention to anything you said.
Chris,
because
is it
because
Friday
you're
night?
on one of these.
Chris is on the dating apps.
Bring it back.
You're
I'm sorry, you're right. We can't
Chris is
get ahead
got
of
waves
it.
coming at him. There's waves coming at the man.
Exactly. Nobody wants to hear Peter rant about something that happened on last week's
Every
podcast.
45-year-old in the Chicagoland area is hitting up Chris McGraw right now.
And I was trying to figure out what day we actually recorded the podcast last week.
So it
So
was a Saturday, like tonight. So you're right. There's 3 ingredients. It's 1 shot of whiskey.
if you could learn to count, that'd be
which
great.
We had our favorite, one of our favorites. I'm not saying your favorite, but one of my favorites, Penelope.
It was the one I picked out of the blind taste testing.
Yeah, it was great.
That was on an episode. Peter will tell you the number or text.
46.
Or there you go.
We had half a glass of hard cider and a half a glass of ginger beer.
Which kind of hard cider did you go with?
I went with the mango, and I like it a lot.
Can you choose any kind of hard cider?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
What kind did I get? The apple? Or they're gonna mix them both because
You got
mine
mango.
kind of got like a little appley taste.
Well, it's still hard cider, so it's gonna have some apple to it, but it's peach mango. And we went with the Angry Orchard. I used to really like Angry Orchard, but there's too much sugar. That hangover is.
It is very sweet.
Yeah.
It's a little, that's why I said when I said mine, I like a little bit less of the cider and a little.
No, I
more
like
of the
that.
ginger.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
good.
like a little less of everything and just more of the bourbon.
More of the bourbon. Yeah. Can't really please Chris. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies.
No, you can. You can. Coors Light.
Okay, fair enough. Ladies out there, there's 2 things that are going to make Chris happy. Coors Light and
Silence.
silence. Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, so that's why he's single. Any eligible ladies out there looking for a hunk of a dude
I mean,
and don't like to talk that much, you might find
you're
that
gonna
catch.
win. You're gonna win. You got my heart.
Yep. So on the Sunday Night Pregame podcast, as you probably know because you're a long-time listener, we like to revisit our week last week, and then we'd like to figure out or how everybody's week was. Last Saturday, we podcasted late. We went out to some bars in Chicago. It was a pretty good time. Nothing crazy. We went to a bar where we felt very old with the music. I'm a guy who loves music.
Oh
And
yeah, Poorhouse. Oh
Yeah.
good lord.
it was like teeth rattling. And I know that's the oldest man thing to say in the entire world, but I really felt it was like almost like
I can't.
It was too loud.
Can you imagine?
I can't hear out of my room. Yo, God, no.
Because you're gonna go deaf in there.
They had like 2 minute earplugs.
Yeah. Did you see? I didn't see it. I meant to look at that.
What's even better? It's even better because the music's so loud.
Yeah.
And then they have earplugs, so they really can't hear a damn thing you're saying.
That's true. Oh yeah. But here's the other thing. I get it. They're slammed. Those must have been the most miserable bartenders I've ever seen in my entire life. They were just because it was all younger people, so it's all like right out of college kids who were just like.
Well, that bar was slammed. Like, you couldn't barely get to it. And, like, I'm sure they're not getting any type of tips.
You know what's...
the best thing was... The whole entire best thing of that bar was the guy that went fucking psycho for some reason.
Oh, Christopher.
Put me in.
Put
me in.
Oh, yeah?
Only 10:30, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
I knew where we were at, so...
All right.
Yep.
Well, Pet still loves this, too.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that guy that went...
So guess what?
I owed 2, and I didn't even... But I never swore before the first 15 minutes.
Guess what? Oh, thanks for bringing it up, Chris.
Damn
if you're
Jets.
a first-time listener, which you're not, if you swear within the first 15 minutes, you have to take a shot.
Yep.
It's the only rule in the podcast. We're usually pretty good. There's some, we're trying to make the YouTube lords happy, and we're never gonna do that. So don't worry.
But that was the best. That was the best. That guy. I don't know what those guys did.
So
to that one
We'll bring everybody in on this. So we're at this bar. It's a little bit more of a younger bar, and we didn't see everything. We're not sure how it started. But one guy versus 7 kids who had to been maybe 23.
One girl was with her was crying before.
Kids who were probably 23 or 24, and they had no idea they were gonna get none of these kids looked like they could fight, which isn't, you don't have to look like you can fight, but they were just all soft. They would all.
That guy, like, he was literally talking to a dude. And I don't know what the one dude did. He must have said something, because the guy was just irate, and then they thought it was a great idea just to like. Pat Lynch this guy and toy with him and mock him while he's leaving, waving at him. And this guy like ran up to the window and pointed at him.
No, he came back in.
No, he came back in. Yeah, but like afterwards, when they wouldn't let him back in, he went up to the windows and started knocking on the windows and pointing at these guys. I'm like, oh Lord.
He looked like he was ready to go.
Yeah.
I would not feel comfortable if I was those kids. If I've ever seen anything, we've never been. Thank God, knock on wood, we've never been in a situation like that.
We've been in one situation like that where we went to that underage club in Schiller Park, where that big huge Polish guy that didn't speak a word of English and he got super drunk and he thought you were making fun of him or something. He shoulder checked me 2 times. That humongous guy. You remember at UN?
No, not really. But
you don't remember that huge? No. This is back when I was bigger, but like they had that other like really huge guy that would be there every weekend when we were there.
Yeah, those were a lot of really drunk nights.
That guy literally shoulder checked me into the bar at like 320 pounds. Just boom,
right
right
into
into
that. We just kind of ignored it.
I ignored the first one. I got mad on the first one. You're like, just ignore it. And then the second one, he did it again. And then that's when you were like, that's it. And you just started yelling at this dude. And this guy's like, and I'm like, oh, we're going to die.
Was he a bear?
He was like 6'8", maybe like 350. And I thought he could have like picked me and Peter up under his arms and probably carried us off.
Yeah,
these like King Kong.
These kids were just antagonizing somebody but whatever.
That guy was just looking for somebody to fight, and then he thought I would engage, and I did.
That party was. I mean, again, it was just silliness and just young. You can't really get mad at it because it's just young people growing up. They'll figure it out. Somebody's gonna get stomped one time, and then that'll end that real quick.
Well, I feel like we've seen more fights since the pandemics came back than. Not that it's not gone, but since the bars reopened.
I mean, the last 2 times we've been in Old Town, we've seen 2 guys go. We've seen the one guy go.
That's true. One guy
grab the guy.
They both dragged out.
Yeah, and then we saw that guy go.
Always my favorite move in a bar fight is when they drag the 2 guys from out of the bar where they're literally 3 feet away from each other. But,
and I thought that was going to happen. They were going to take those 2 guys. If they would have taken that one guy out with the other guy, somebody would have gotten seriously hurt. Yeah, which was smart that I think the bouncer kind of noticed.
It wasn't like a bouncer. He was he did not look.
Oh, that bouncer. Well, that was a guy who also didn't care about his job. He was literally just going around table to table, talking to all the girls.
You know what I was thinking about? I think when we were growing up, we did everything kind of like half backwards. Like when we were at our age, we wanted to find like the divish bar where we could find like eat cheap like $3.
Oh, we were looking for like 250 Coors Lights.
That's what and. Nowadays, like that's what we should be doing. We should be trying to find that nice, like home bar where you can just go and sit and chill and have a good, like a cheap drink, hear some music, and instead we're like trying to find like let's have some fun. We got like a couple hours. Let's get Rager on, and
we normally just keep it between.
Yeah, it's a little light, yeah. But then for tomorrow, I'm really excited for a little golf, a little Halloween party, and then Halloween afterwards.
Piers was excited for a little TNA.
Yeah. You know what TNA is, big boy. Yeah, you did. Look at this guy. Man,
trying to play it coy like he's never
in front of his girlfriend don't want to say nothing. But it's never like that anymore. Women, like when we were in high school.
I don't know. I was down by Dave's office the other day, and I don't know where they were going. It was like there was Wednesday night, and they were walking around in like half naked Halloween costumes.
Oh.
Wednesday nights is where it's at, Piers. Saturdays is no more.
Friday night. Anybody thinking Friday night gonna be a party? No, not tonight, huh? Okay. So then, but that leads us into. Do we want to go over our most or overrated, underrated Halloween candies?
Overrated?
So yeah, so we asked Joe.
We can either start overrated or underrated.
So we can start with Joe's.
Start overrated.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Joe's overrated. Joe's overrated. It makes me so mad.
Joe's dead to us for the record.
Absolutely dead to me. Joe thinks anything with Reese's is overrated. That's just silly. This is absolutely silly. He shouldn't even be counted anymore.
He should be sent to Ireland for that kind of comments.
He should be. His U.S. citizenship should be revoked.
For sure.
Like, sent to Cuba,
That's
North Korea.
un-American.
She could go to North Korea.
Joe McCarthy should investigate him for being a communist. Bring that guy back from the dead.
All right, Chris, let's get... What's your overrated, baby?
I had this, and now I can't think about it. Damn, I had it, and I've lost it.
Too much pressure.
Yeah, it is. It's literally the pressure.
Would you like a pass for a minute, Chris?
No, there's one that I could say, and I know Pierre's not going to like the answer to it,
It's
but
okay.
but it is what it is. But I'm trying to think the other one. Like, I know there's a go-to one. There's one I can easily just... But I had one, and I can't think of it right now. If I think of it, I'll blur it out later. But right now, the one I'll go with is Baby Ruth. I don't think it's a very good candy bar.
Wow.
Yeah, told you. I knew Pierre liked that one.
I'm learning things about you people that I do not like. Pat.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad candy bar that I'm going to go with, but it's one that I'm not a huge fan of personally. Is a Snickers bar.
Somebody said that earlier today too. Pierre was not a fan of it.
Not good.
It's fair. It's not. I don't think.
I'd rather have a Milky Way.
Yeah. I'm not going to go that route, but
I'm not saying this is probably. It's not. I don't even know if it's a very popular one, but I don't like. I've always thought Three Musketeer was overrated.
I can see that. Yeah.
It's all nougats.
Yeah.
Nougat and chocolate. Yeah, I can feel that.
It's very unsatisfying.
It's unfilling.
Katrina, comments? Thoughts?
Yeah. What do you got? Katrina is our second most opportune guest on the Saturday Night Pregame podcast. What's your most overrated candy? Come on. What do you think?
You know those little crappy candies that are like in the black and orange wrappers?
Yeah,
no, but that's...
You get them on Halloween? Those are the worst.
Yes, those are the worst. But what would you say if there's something out there like a Kit Kat or like a Snickers bar?
A relatively popular candy bar.
Yeah, that you think people like that is not great.
York peppermint patties.
Yes, that was the one I was gonna say too. Garbage candy.
You people are
just garbage.
You know
that was mine.
You know another one I don't like.
Andy's candies are delicious.
I don't.
That's the thing you get when you get like the Italian restaurants.
That's like the chocolate they put on your pillow at the hotels.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those both.
The York peppermint patty is garbo.
You know what one I don't like? Heath bar. I don't like brittle. I think brittle bar.
It's chocolate. English toffee covered in chocolate.
That's why the Europeans have.
Big Mike.
Irish candy, not so great.
Oh, you know what too? Butterfinger. I've never liked freaking Butterfinger.
Love Butterfinger.
I got a lot. How much time we got here? A lot of overrated shenanigans.
This is the part where Peter's gonna rant for the next 45 minutes. Me, Chris, and some Coors Lights.
I like. Do
you like the Butterfinger crisp bar, like the one that's almost like the Nutter bar?
Like the
wafer one. That one's a little better than the.
So then what's
I like both, but
what are the underrated?
So Joe went with. He went with
his opinion doesn't matter. He's like the Rock here. It doesn't matter what he thinks.
He said Sour Patch Kids or something, or Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. I think Kit Kat's overrated.
His family loves the Kit Kat.
I'm not gonna lie, I like Kit Kat.
I think the Kit Kat. I'll have a Kit Kat, but it's just wafer and chocolate again.
I like it.
It's a little overrated.
I don't know if it's overrated or underrated, but
I don't know if it's underrated, but a candy bar that I think is a little under the radar. I like a good Twix bar every once in a while.
I don't know if it's underrated, but I mean,
I get it.
Or my favorite. The Fast Break.
Fast Break's your favorite. Yeah, that might be underrated because nobody talks about the Fast Break.
Fantastic. It's like a Milky Way peanut butter. Yeah. It's amazing.
They have a new one where it's... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're wrong.
Where it's a Reese's, but it's not... There's no actual... It's all chocolate and peanuts. And it's phenomenal. Because I love a good Mr. Good bar. That's my favorite.
Is that the Take 5?
No. That's got pretzel in it. It's a new one where it's just... I I think it's outrageous is what they call it. It's just chocolate and peanuts, and it's phenomenal.
What's your underrated, Chris?
I had 2, and I can't remember the one now because I finally remembered.
How do you remember everything about everything in your entire life, and you can't remember this?
I'm listening to you guys and actually paying attention for once. Plus, my inhibitions are down because of the drinks.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
Laffy Taffy, I feel, is an underrated candy.
I love Laffy Taffy. You know what? When the one guy said overrated with Jolly Rancher, I absolutely love hard candy. Absolutely love hard candy.
Some of it.
Yeah, I think Laffy Taffy's underrated.
Good Tootsie Roll's not too bad.
I can see that. I like.
But that's not a candy. We're talking candy and candy bars. So yeah, sure.
Yeah, Jolly Ranchers I think is underrated too.
I think Hershey's Cookies and Cream doesn't get enough love. I like it. It's a good one.
Cookies and cream. You know what I used to love? Those little.
I like berries and cream.
Berries and cream. Berries and cream. I love berries and cream. Can you say that again, sir?
There's a TikTok trend with that going on right now.
How do you? First of all, Pat saying TikTok. I almost had a heart attack.
Do you know how I knew that? Because I saw a thing about berries and cream coming back, and like what? And I click it. Got clickbait on this one, and then they showed how they showed that the people are doing like the dance is like a TikTok thing.
Berries and cream. That's
I'm a little lad that loves berries and cream.
What's the other commercial we used to quote besides the dark commercial?
Oh, the Zeus one was great.
I'll have to put the.
Chris, are you on Zeus?
No.
Perhaps we should get on Zeus.
No.
Pat was giving me some shenanigans about the text I got, and I'm like, Pat, I'm not on OkCupid. I don't even know what that is, but I've definitely never been on OkCupid.
I think I could have had some fun with that one.
I get nervous. I don't know if that's a scam or I'm gonna end up in like the ditch.
I'm not telling you to go meet them.
I'm just saying, I'm not even playing the game, Pat. Too many dedelines, baby. I know things happen.
Too many things. I've seen some stuff.
I've seen some things and stuff, man.
That's good though. I could go on and on because I love candy. I have an insanely terrible sweet tooth. Like me and Chris.
So wait, what was yours? Because I actually have a guess as what yours is.
What, the overrated or underrated?
The underrated. You already said the overrated. I don't think you said you're underrated.
No, I forgot.
I think I have a guess of what.
Okay, give me the shot of the guess. I'm pretty sure I've heard.
I think it's in this bag. It's the Reese's Take 5.
No, I love Take 5. I don't think.
I think it's underrated. Like it doesn't get the love.
No, I get that. I get that. No, I think that's coming around. I think people are really.
This is not quite for me because I'm not a huge hard pretzel guy.
Okay. What's theirs? There are soft pretzels. There's a soft pretzel, but you like a stadium soft pretzel.
Yes.
No, that's starting to get a lot more love. There's a new one. There's a Reese's, like I said, the chocolate.
Oh, the outrageous one.
Yeah. Or the Mr. Good bar.
You know what else is a freaking overrated candy bar? The Chunky bar. Garbo.
What is a Chunky bar?
The one that had the chocolate and raisins and peanuts.
Oh, no!
You've never seen the Chunky bar?
Mr. Chunk?
The Garbo.
That is the best. I forgot about that beautiful piece of
fucking garbage.
It's the best because the chocolate is so.
The chocolate is garbage.
It's amazing.
It is garbage.
What's the one they use as the poop in the Caddyshack movie? Is that Baby Ruth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Baby Ruth was fucking garbage. The Chunky bar. Never seen that?
I've seen it. I don't ever had that.
Bet. I will bring one tomorrow. I haven't had one in forever.
Terry's chocolate orange is also underrated.
Nah, it's okay. I'm not the biggest orange chocolate guy. I'll enjoy it when I'm drunk.
You know what's good is a good a Ghirardelli with like the raspberry and the dark chocolate. That's good. It's a good combination.
Wow, we could literally have a podcast about just.
There's a whole.
Wait, did we even go into our weeks at all?
No.
We went into the bar.
My week was pretty uneventful.
We went into the bar stores.
We started off on the Saturday.
And then we somehow came back to Halloween.
Well, nothing really good happened to talk about.
I'm trying to think what happened during the week. Well, yesterday I got kicked in the nuts.
Were you on that TV show?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, where did I hear that from? Oh, I was so this is actually not a very funny story, but it's kind of a funny story. So last Sunday, unfortunately, I was supposed to go to with Pat actually. I was supposed to go to a pumpkin farm, or a fall farm thing, whatever. And
pumpkin farm. Yeah,
I was super excited to go. But one of the person in the group was sick, so we stayed home. And this first Sunday I'm not even kidding you, probably about 3 months to myself, and I don't have live TV, so I couldn't watch any of the football games. So I got stuck watching these two guys who are gambling experts review the games as they're giving you gambling tips. And then one guy was getting killed. He had the 49ers Or no, sorry. He had Kansas City winning outright.
Oh.
That didn't work out too well.
No, he had the Jets covering.
Oh.
Didn't work out too well.
The only thing he had going for him was the Patriots over. But oh my God. It was like watching me on TV.
But how could he have the Jets covering and the Patriots over? Oh, because I guess he thinks
The game over. The Jets-Patriots game over.
Yeah.
Come on, Pat. Get it together.
Sorry.
So I felt like that guy yesterday, though, because I had the over on... and it just needed... it was fourth... Started like... It was like the middle of the fourth. We needed one touchdown, Pat.
You mean where AJ Green decided to just stop on the play?
I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't use that as my fantasy. I was so upset.
He just stopped. He didn't turn. He just stopped. That was a very good interception by that guy, though, because it was not an easy catch that he made.
Yeah, it isn't any props, Pat. Thanks. And then
I told you I was walking. I wanted to pick the Packers in that game. I didn't do it. Just got to trust my gut. Just got to trust the gut.
But you don't have the huevos, my friend.
I didn't with the receivers being out in Green Bay. I didn't see it happening.
Yeah, there's a few like hot button topics I kind of want to go into. One being, I don't know how you can really have a feel for that, but there's nothing you can really go into, I guess, with the Blackhawks stuff. You feel for the most of all, I think it's the individual who got assaulted, and that's where I think everything has to lie, because if you think about it, I was upset that Joe Quimble and all those guys had got, after 10 years later, because I feel like 10 years ago, those things were looked at differently.
I was upset that the current Blackhawks coach wasn't part of it.
There you go.
After they lost 6-3 again.
Oh God.
Get him out with the Sunday was a collision, as a casualty of it too.
But so
Garbo ass team.
And if you don't know, you can look it up. The Blackhawks had unfortunately a guy who was assaulted by a trainer.
Video guy or something, right?
Yeah. He was a young
assistant coach.
Yeah, he was a young man who was a first-round draft pick. He was trying to make it in the NHL, and he got taken advantage of, and he got assaulted. And he went to the coaches, and he reported it. And the coaches...
And other coaches reported it, too.
Yeah, and the higher-ups decided that the Stanley Cup was more important. And the only thing... There's two ways I kind of think about it. One is, 10 years ago, honestly, 10 years ago, if guys still didn't... There wasn't that belief that a guy could be assaulted. And I think it started... That mindset has changed a lot. But 10 years ago, I think it was still kind of a nuanced thing, like, hey, this could this really happen? And it wasn't a big deal, as a big deal to them. But and then you got to look at it as that poor individual, because he reported it, and then this person did not get fired, did not get sent home. He got to party with the Stanley Cup. So you've been assaulted, and this guy's there the whole time. That's
also they really didn't do anything. I mean, I think even if you waited until after Stanley Cup and you did internal review, or you put the guy on leave and then did something. They just they said we'll do it after the Cup, and they're like, we're not gonna do anything. It's fine.
Yeah. And
they just let it go.
They let it go. So
that's the problem.
Yeah, that's an absolute problem. And even though it's 10 years later,
they should definitely put him on leave once that came
Something.
out. No matter what, leave, and we're gonna review the situation once we're done with the season.
Yeah.
As soon as you report it, you're right. That shouldn't have happened. He should have been put on leave because he should not have been around that poor individual.
No.
Yeah. It's not like you got a star player here or something.
Yeah.
It's a coach.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, that would have been the best way to do it. Yeah. And again, we're Monday quarterbacking.
I don't think Monday quarterbacking was the same. This is it was a bad situation.
No, it's a bad situation.
It's a very serious allegation. This is
not. But
I think that a little bit. I think there's just a little bit of. And this isn't right. But if you also, we talk about this all the time, you can't move the goal lines. You have to look at it in the lens of that was 2010.
Well, I mean,
you have hindsight in a situation where you can be
look different back then.
You should have been you
right
should have
or
done
wrong,
this instead of
I mean, Patrick Kane? When was he accused of rape?
I think around that time too.
It was 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
He had the episode where he was drunk up at the University of Wisconsin. And then what was it? He had it in it
was one in Buffalo when he got accused.
Yeah, I want to say it was 15 or 16. Maybe that was when it was.
And if that today, he wouldn't be on the team.
No,
he wouldn't be on the team anymore.
And then they found out that the lady was
complete lie.
Complete lie.
He just put himself in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And again, it's just we're looking at lens and everything in 2020, which everything is a little bit more. It's just a different.
I mean, it seemed like they had a lot of evidence. It seemed like there was a lot of credible evidence, and they kind of just ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you guys should put him on leave at the very least.
It was at the beginning of the 2015 season. I think they put Patrick Kane on almost like
non-injury list or whatever.
non-injury list type thing. Yeah.
And again, I think the biggest takeaway is now, or at least there's a whole change, and everybody looks at that and it's like, wow, that's just absolutely wrong. And hopefully that won't happen. Things like this will stop happening. Like those poor gymnastics kids, things like that. Hopefully it'll stop happening.
At least the Hawks get a new GM too. This guy's garbage.
Oh, you didn't like Stan Bowman?
No.
I always thought Stan Bowman. I thought he was doing a great. I think the coach
I don't think he's doing a great job, but he was doing all.
He's good at finding talent. I just don't think he's.
Well, they're really good at finding like talent overseas and like.
I don't think he's real good at cap management. I can tell you that.
No, some of those. But I mean, like back in the day,
he will go down as the guy who messed up. They should have gotten one more with Tays and Kane for sure. I think there's one more.
So might.
Huh?
So good.
Yeah, not the way they're playing.
They're not that well. Not this year, but I mean, they're not that old. They're our age, so they got another good 4 years on them.
They could get one more. Yeah, they get a good coach in there. Somebody with some.
Well, they're free agents, I think, either after this year or next year. So we'll see if either one of them's around. I would assume Kane's going to be around.
More likely one.
He'll be there for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad or my uncle was saying, should they try to figure out a trade for Kane? I'm like, why? First of all, it's also just a first 10 games. Like, let's pump the brakes. We can still figure this out. It's not the season's not over.
Yeah, we need to figure it out by dumping that coach.
No.
That'll be a good start.
The other thing that I thought was kind of interesting, I thought we could talk about, is the Tom Brady beat Matt Nagy must have been like, thank you, Chicago Blackhawks, because this week would have been all about how Nagy should be gone.
Yeah, he got COVID, so he couldn't get fired.
I've been saying that Nagy should be gone for like the last year and a half.
Thanks, Pat. Don't break your arm jerking yourself off. But did you guys see how much? I saw the Tom Brady 600 touchdown. So if you don't know, on Sunday,
you saw Mike Evans throw it into the crowd.
No, handed it to a player,
yeah.
A guy in the crowd. So Tom Brady threw a 600 touchdown to Mike Evans, right?
Yeah, Mike Evans.
Double fantasy points by Pat Lynch.
Mike Evans brought the ball and gave it to a fan. Just being a good guy. Had no idea of the historic relevance.
Way to go, Mike.
The Tampa Bay trainers convinced this guy to give him the ball back because he had no idea.
Didn't convince him. They paid him off.
Yeah.
No, they gave him a ball.
And he's getting Bitcoin.
Afterwards, this is what I'm talking about.
Oh.
So during the game, if you watch it, they just like, hey, can we get that ball back? We'll give you this ball. He had no idea what the relevance of it was. But they were saying, hey, and this is the thing. He did the right thing.
Oh, yeah.
He gave the ball for Tom. Like, that's his historic moment. I get the financial ramifications.
All I saw was the article on ESPN where they made it seem like they tracked this guy down. They brought him. Yeah, negotiated with him. They gave him like a signed jersey, 2 signed jerseys by Tom Brady, a signed jersey by Mike Evans, and then season tickets for the rest of this year and next year.
If you watch the clip, they threw him a ball and he threw the ball back.
Well, I didn't see that.
He lost all leverage as soon as he gave the ball up. And Tom Brady's giving him Bitcoin. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers gave him a bunch of like...
That's all ESPN.
But this is what the world... This is like what media is all about. This could have been like a good story. Like, hey, this guy sees an accomplishment, Tom Brady, gives Tom Brady the ball back. Well, good for that. He did the right thing. Mm-hmm. And now they're going to reward him. Instead, it's like, this idiot, he gave up $600,000. And yeah, it's going to be hard to live with. But could we maybe not every article have to bash this poor guy? I thought it was very frustrating.
Well, all you have to do is wait 10 years when they come out with Tom Brady was, performance enhancing or something. Yeah. And it's like the Barry Bonds baseball. It's like the 73.
You didn't see the commercial today? He's the electric charge in his chest, man.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were going to tell us about. I thought you were going to tell us about the Subway commercial that he's doing.
That too. He's juicing on Subway. It's that yoga mat in there and keeps his body durable.
It's all that steroid-induced chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I just thought, I was like, can we not just have like one good feel-good story? Like this guy did the right thing.
ESPN's got to Pat Lynch everything, huh?
Seriously. Like, why is every story got to be a Saturday night pregame ending? Like, we just got to kill it. But good for that guy. He got
so maybe I'm the norm, guys, and you guys are the weird ones.
No. Yeah, maybe we try to be more positive. Too positive, Chris. Something wrong with us.
That's what the news is.
Chris just a ray of positivity at all times.
No, I know. I was, not to get back into Joe Rogan and all that, but Joe Rogan and CNN. I don't know if you guys see any of that stuff, but that's good.
Nope.
CNN, went at Joe Rogan, and then Joe Rogan went right back at CNN.
You only got to listen to your podcast not here tonight, Peter.
and it's funny because CNN doesn't have 1/10% of Joe Rogan's audience.
Of course they don't.
Yeah, that's kind of insane if you think about it.
CNN is still out there portraying that he takes horse tranquilizers.
Not horse tranquilizer, horse
tranquilizer.
Horse dewormer.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Horse tranks, horse dewormer, it's the same thing.
If you think about it, it is pretty crazy. If Joe Rogan wasn't like a halfway decent person, he could legitimately convince 20 million people who watch his podcast every week anything he wanted.
Kind of like a president that we used to have in this country.
Bill Clinton. Yeah, we know Bill. We know about. We know about Slick Willie.
You have people that listen to whatever people say on the things. And
Trump. Okay, we shouldn't go into politics, but Trump kills me, and all these people who are just like Trump 2024. It's like, can we just get some new?
Those are the Farm West.
Why does not anybody want
big flag?
I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we see the one on the 294 where it says Trump won 120 million votes, I'm like, okay, guys, we're 2 years or we're what? Almost 2 years into almost 2 years into the Biden thing. You ain't getting this overturned. Let's ride this one out real quick.
Billboard space is cheap these days, Chris.
Huh?
Billboard space is cheap these days.
Apparently.
Is it? Yeah.
People want the digital media, not this nonsense.
No, it's on the digital freaking.
The digital one?
It's on the digital one. Yeah.
I thought it was a station.
No, it's a digital one. Yeah.
It's not like the what's the one on the 90 now for the
Ryan Sandberg.
No, the piano bar. But I can't believe
Howl at the Moon.
Howl at the Moon. That is kind of crazy. I always thought that was a little weird that Ryan Sandberg's a now marijuana sponsor.
He's gonna do whatever he wants to get that money, baby.
That's true. I wonder if he's hurting. I can't imagine a lot of these guys.
I don't think he's probably hurting.
No, but he hasn't made. He didn't make as much as the players do now.
Yeah,
that's true.
Back in the day.
And when he could
sell, do they make
sell your likeness as much as you can?
Yeah,
I
mean,
why not?
He doesn't have to do it. He puts his little thing on a billboard, take a little bat picture. Yeah. He's probably got stock photos. He just sends them out.
It's not like he uses probably any of that medical marijuana that they're trying.
But hey, listen, if you want to sponsor the Saturday Night Pregame podcast, we will definitely use your products, and we will let that. We're going to give an honest.
Coors Light, this is a shout out to you again.
Medical marijuana, we're in.
We'll give you. Well, you guys are in. We'll give you a true opinion of what your product is. So if it sucks, you're gonna get.
We're gonna let you know.
Boys. Those are just kind of some of the things. I mean, there could be a decent amount of things grinding my gears this week. What's the other one? Oh, the
PETA one. Oh, that was great.
I don't know. Again, so here's what
bullpen is offensive, Peter.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now.
If they Chris, tell them the story.
So the story is PETA asked the MLB to stop using the term bullpen to describe where the pitchers warm up, the relief pitchers warm up, and the pitchers warm up before the game, and change it to the arm farm. Me personally, if they're going to drop this, I could see them dropping. I don't know why the hell you did that, but okay. I could see them dropping the term bull and just calling it the pen. Because that's what most announcers call it now. Like, oh, Chapman's getting up in the pen right now to warm up. But if they drop the whole entire bullpen thing, I'm going to fight for Penn's rights not to be called the pen anymore. This is BS.
Okay,
I got ahead of myself, but I had to get that in before I lost my chance.
Chris is not thinking. The memory's not working so well today.
Chris feel real good. We don't feed our big guy.
So we don't give Chris big drinks.
No big drinks for the big guy. So where this came.
I don't drink on Fridays.
This is what we came down to is PETA wants, again, like Chris said, the MLB to change the bullpen name because they think bulls stuck in pens.
It hurts bullpens.
No, it hurts the bull who's stuck in a pen.
But it's not natural.
And it's natural. It's like animal cruelty because they're stuck in a pen. And it's like...
I think relievers should be allowed to walk around the stadium until it's time for them to get warmed up. They can be free out of the pen. Let them go sit in the stadium, have a hot dog.
That's a good one.
Stand in the stands.
That's a good one. Now, but here's the thing. You gotta give it to PETA. We're talking about it. So my first reaction was, I'm so angry how dumb this is. But then it's like, okay, they won. Because they know what they're doing. Because they don't care that it's called a bull. They want you to think about animals stuck in a pen.
Made me think of how I want to get a steak tonight is what it made me think of.
Yeah. And but it was frustrating. Because honestly, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I feel like we're trying to, what do they call that? Where you, every corner, we're like trying to bubble wrap every corner.
Trying to gotcha moments.
Too many of those, too many bubble wrap moments where like America is so, it feels like we're getting softer and softer. It's like we can have what happened to like busting balls?
I saw an interesting article today. It was they're trying to boycott the new Halloween movie, which I have not seen.
Oh, the one with Mike Myers.
Yeah,
Mike Myers.
What are the 51st of those franchise or whatever?
Halloween Uncut or whatever.
Because they think he only kills gay people, right, or something?
No, because he killed a gay couple.
Oh.
And I thought, isn't that kind of inclusive that he's killing everybody?
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's a good one. You know what pissed me off? I read an article that, but this is the point of these articles, so I get it. So listen, people out there, we
doing their jobs.
They're doing their jobs, but I love the movie. What's the? Oh crap! I'm sorry, I just forgot. I love it. And I forgot the name of it. The witches movie.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Thank you. And one lady was like, that Max guy's actually a really piece of shit, and I was just like,
yeah, so
it's a movie. Like, why do we have to?
Wait, like in real life he's a piece of shit, or in
like in the movie, like because they talk about his him being a virgin. They talk about how he put his sister's life at risk so he could get a date with that girl. How he left those two guys to die in the cages. And in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, you made some fair points.
I'd be like, I would agree with all those things. I've done the same thing.
Yeah. But in my head, I'm thinking like, how many guys? But this is like a true thing. Like, guys are gonna ask their, because he didn't think, you have the hindsight of seeing what the movie turned out to be. Like, he didn't think this whole thing was gonna happen. He just thought he was gonna have a half an hour to hang out with this girl and take his sister along. Leaving the two guys for the, I kind of get he's a little upset. Maybe we don't let people die, but in my head, I'm just like, again, they got.
They stole his shoes earlier. They pay back
karma's
the
a pain in the butt.
There are bad people in this world. It happens.
That's true. Yeah.
I saw want to sugarcoat everything in this world.
That's what it is.
There are bad people that will take advantage of you.
I saw an article about the culture shock of like going over to like different countries, and like the one person like went from here to Europe, and they have nudity on billboards.
Nice.
Like it's like they're like, I couldn't believe it. Like when I went there, it's like we are so prude and like so weird about nudity here in Chicago.
Spot on, Pat.
And here in America compared to Europe, and it's like, yeah, if you change like if you start changing like bullpen because
I agree with Europe. Let's free it all. Let it all out there, baby. Let it all out there.
Pat? Free to what? Me and Chris were listening to a podcast this morning, and the guy's like, he's like, do you know like she doesn't like what is it? Snickers. And
I understand.
And the guy was like, "What is it like?" Because she's like, he's like, "Well, what don't you like? Is it the nuts?" And she's like, "Oh no, I love." And she caught herself.
She's like, "I love the. If I say nuts, it's gonna go bad."
I love that nougat.
Yeah. She's like, "No. I like chocolate and chocolate and nuts."
Yeah.
It was so. Me and Chris dying laughing because she caught herself. She knew.
Yeah, she knew as soon as she said it. She was gonna be mean.
I love these nuts. It's
good.
gonna be.
She's got self-awareness. I like that.
Yeah.
Not like you, Pat.
No, I don't. I say it, and you want to come back. You come backwards. Maybe no one will catch it. Chris won't forget that one. Let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he'll forget his picks for candy, but he will.
Chris
not.
can't remember what somebody thought about 5 seconds ago, but 7 years ago he'll remember one thing I said.
And I can ask me what we just talked about. No idea.
Yeah. I think about that all the time. It kills me. So my brain is so useless. Chris will come up with like. Chris knew our workout. We've done this workout maybe a couple times, not a lot, but of today. And Chris knew what was coming up, how bad it was going to be. And he's like, "Oh, I knew this was coming." And I was like, "I thought this was the first time I've ever done this workout." And then it kind of refreshes my memory. My memory is absolute garbage.
Are you not taking any Joe Rogan's on it, Peter? Helps your mental capacity?
No, I've done it and Joe's done it. And we've, not that they're on it. It's, what's the mushroom tech? No, it's, Alpha Brain. And I've done the Alpha Brain, and it's done nothing ever.
You should try the horse tranquilizer like Joe, though.
Maybe it's just an operator.
Horse dewormer, you dumb dumb.
Maybe it's just like maybe you can't get past you can't help certain things. It's too far gone.
This is why you have no friends, Pat.
You guys are sitting here and not nowhere else tonight.
Listen, me and Chris have talked about it.
Joe tried to break. Joe's broken away, right? He's going to football game.
Joe, you gotta talk to me, baby. How to work this one
Joe's
out?
like, we're not playing. Joe's like, I'm on. Joe's like, they're on their own. If they die, they die.
They die.
You took away. I finished my cocktail you gave me, and then you decided to pour me some just a straight Angry Orchard.
I can get you some whiskey if you want. We got the whiskey right there, babe.
Which is not really what I was looking for.
We got 2 big cans. We gotta finish it, baby. All right. Crap. I had something I wanted to talk about that came up with the. Oh, there you go. Throw a little whiskey in it. Oh, that's a lot of whiskey. Oh, that's gonna be a rough one.
I'm not driving.
There you go. That's a good call.
I'm not driving.
The question is tomorrow.
Hey, Day.
We have to do a pregame here again. Pat, how many? You know, it's one weird thing is I was hearing. When I was working today, I was overhearing some of the mothers talking about how they think this year's Halloween candy is not gonna, or like trick or treaters is not gonna be big because trick or treaters are more like after school. Their parents take them, they get it done really quickly.
And you want to know, Pat, as a mother, what his thoughts are?
My thoughts are if I can take my unborn child.
No, I was gonna say how are because our house doesn't really get too many children anymore. It used to be. You used to see it all the time. I feel. I don't know.
Is it just your house you think they're not going to? They see your house and like, keep going.
Yeah, well, it's possible.
We turn off all the lights.
The dog's barking at
I
you.
love my family. It's like 7:30, lights off. No answer nothing.
My parents' house used to get a decent amount. I'm not really sure. We don't have a doorbell, which probably hinders.
That's true. We don't have a doorbell either. I don't know how it's gonna work tomorrow.
We're up the creek on
and
that
it's a Sunday, right? So it's a Sunday they're gonna be trick or treating on, right?
And I feel like it should be an all-day event. If I was a kid on a Sunday, I don't remember a Sunday Halloween. If I was a kid, I'd be going to work.
8 a.m. Trick or
Let's
treat,
go.
baby, let's go.
Let's go. I got bags to carry.
Some kid knocks on Peter's door at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. Peter's hungover. Listen, whoever knock on my door again, I will personally kick you down my stairs.
Whatever this concoction I made here, not as good.
Not as good.
Not as good.
Not as good.
No.
Throw a little more of that in there, Ben.
That's it. I tried that already.
And that's out. And you can throw a little bit.
Do not put the mango nonsense.
You can
in
put
there.
that.
That's the apple.
I don't want that either.
And you got
I got pineapple.
There you go. Throw some apple in there.
I don't want any of this nonsense.
Wait, we'll give it back then, you silly goose.
Stupid bitch.
Well, why don't we end with? Or I got a few things. I got a couple.
We gotta get
46
the
minutes.
Joe C. Lack of the
46
century.
minutes.
of the week.
46.
46.
Ooh, okay. I thought we listened to music a little longer than I thought we did.
We've just been rambling on for about 46 minutes.
Well, I have a few things. Do you guys have a?
Nope.
Okay, so this isn't your.
Do I have a nope?
You guys are not a big Halloween fan. I absolutely love Halloween because
I like certain aspects of Halloween.
Yes, we've got to that point already. Can we let the guy finish what his question is?
Do you have a movie around this time that is a must watch, or if it's on you're gonna watch it? Because you're not always getting Hocus Pocus, you're not always getting Scream, you're not always getting Jason, Freddy Krueger.
Not a big fan of the horror movies.
Okay.
But the one that is kind of cross holiday one is The Night Before Christmas.
Oh yeah,
Love that movie.
Great movie.
Spot on.
I actually usually watch that. Not unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said cross holiday kind of type deal. But I like it for a Halloween movie.
I like the original Halloween.
Yeah,
the first one.
You know,
that's the 45 sequels, but the first one.
I like the first Scream.
That's not bad.
I thought that was pretty good. Or I know what you did last summer.
I don't remember that one very well.
That's a pretty good one where they kill a guy.
I've seen it.
I know who's in it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
The first Jason's not terrible either.
I know this is we're adults and probably shouldn't, but I love the Great Pumpkin.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember watching those.
James and the that's the Peach.
James and Giant Peach. He's not.
No, that's actually a good movie as a child.
What's the pumpkin one you're talking about?
The Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
The Charlie Brown Halloween featuring the Great Pumpkin.
Gotcha.
You never seen it?
I have.
Have you seen it? Because if not, we're gonna put you in front of the TV again.
No, one I really like is Hocus Pocus.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's good.
I have to watch.
You and Pepsi love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Pepsi.
They're coming out with the second one, but they're not gonna have Max in it.
It's not gonna be a good movie.
Because Max is an asshole.
I know. I get it.
He's been Me Too'd out of the movie.
You know, there's an executive who sued his company because he got fired because he's a white male, and he won. He won a lot of money. Like, I was like, Jesus. But then again, I guess it should be fair, all around fair. But I was like, man, they're getting. I wonder if the company's actually gonna have to pay it, or if they just go bankrupt.
They're gonna challenge.
Challenge for us?
Yeah, they're gonna go up to the Supreme Court challenge.
Where's the This is so random, but where's the World Series at? Is it 2-1 or is it 1-1?
It's 1-1. They're in Atlanta right now, and Atlanta last time I saw was up 1-0.
They're having problems with Atlanta too.
The chop.
The tomahawk chop.
They want to get rid of the chop. But then, the
commissioner, the chanting.
But the commissioner came out and said, he wanted the Native American communities around Atlanta to weigh in on it and see if they should be allowed to do it or not. He wants.
Yeah, but what if they do it? How are you gonna stop that? It's like the Joe Biden song.
We're gonna get Pepsi down there. Instead of breaking up steak cups, he's gonna be breaking up chops.
Yeah, he's not gonna be allowed. He's like, no, you will not do that.
He's gonna tie.
What do they kick everybody out who chops?
They're gonna play.
Here's the other thing. Why don't we just? I guess you can't ignore it. I kind of would just ignore it and not make it a big deal. And it's not. I don't think they're not trying to be insensitive.
They're trying to distract the pitcher.
Yeah. I don't know.
Chop.
You know what I used to love in the World
I
Series?
didn't realize Hank Aaron died earlier this year.
Yes, he died.
A lot of people died this year. Like when they do the memorial at the end of the year, it's gonna be very long.
Atlanta's up 1-0.
I wanted to take the under today. It's so bad.
They honored Hank Aaron before the game.
Nice.
That's why.
Sweet swinging.
You know,
what was his nickname? Wasn't Sweet swinging?
No, it was Hammer and Hank.
Hammer and Hank. That's what it was.
all these whiners who they took out the All-Star game from Atlanta because of
Voting restrictions.
And then they're like, "Well, you're gonna let them play the World Series? You don't let them play the World Series?" And it's like, guys, like they're trying. Voting restrictions is a real thing, and they haven't shown any.
But you can't fault like a baseball team.
That's true. You know what? That's absolutely true.
You can't fault the players there that played in Atlanta. Like, hey,
you know
but the owner donated $50 million against that cause.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's complete bullshit. I know. Yeah.
If that was the case,
that's complete bullshit.
We're having a real conversation, and this Pat Lynch moment comes in. Yeah. Thanks, Pat. No, but I honestly think you're right. It's such a weird thing because they want baseball teams and sports teams who have a lot of influence to step up into weigh into some of these big issues, and then when they weigh in on these big issues, it's like a 50-50 shot. Like, it is crazy.
See, you can't look at baseball teams and baseball.
Like, they're not heroes. They're not.
No.
Yeah.
It's like Charles Barkley said. He's like, I'm not out here to be a hero for your kid. There's a perfect response. Like,
that's stupid.
It's terrible. It's
terrible. Absolutely terrible.
But I mean, like, exactly. Like, you shouldn't be looking to make decisions based off what your favorite baseball player, basketball player, any sport, like any figure. You should make decisions by looking up the information yourself and making a sound decision your own way.
Yep. Yeah, common sense.
Yeah.
You know, when I see LeBron James drinking Sprite, I'm like, and he looks like that and he drinks Sprite?
No.
Maybe I could drink Sprite too.
Screw that. Grant Hill was the reason everybody drinks Sprite, not
really,
LeBron James.
You know what, though? Grant did really... Because I remember those commercials. I'll never forget those commercials.
Grant Hill drinks Sprite? How many commercials? Oh,
Michael Jordan, Space Man, eat his number 2 meal from McDonald's.
Did he actually have a number 2?
I don't know if he had number 2.
I was like 2
cheeseburgers. Yeah.
You know what I used to love from McDonald's was the McArch burger. Or no, was it
the
Daily Double?
No.
Daily Double, I remember.
They
the
also
no, it's not the McBLT.
It's like it was like a thicker thicker patty. It was like Arch Burger or something. I don't remember the name of it. If you remember it, hey, shoot us that name. It was back in the day. But
I want to say it's like the McDeluxe, but it's not that.
You know they also had an Eggs Benedict sandwich?
They had a lot of sandwiches.
It was good.
They used to have salad in a can or in a cup.
Yeah, people still do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know their salad is really bad for you actually. Like even if you don't do the salad dressing, because they put sugar on the salad to preserve it.
Nice.
So you're better off just getting. If you're gonna eat McDonald's, just get a burger.
I think one of the most healthy fast food things is like Egg McMuffin, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
They canceled the McLobster.
Damn, the McLobster.
They got the
McLobster.
You got the McRib back.
I've never had that. It just looks disgusting.
You know the headquarters of McDonald's.
That looks like the thing that Joe used to eat. Joe used to have like some kind of thing he used to bring for lunch, and it was like either like a microwavable burger or thing.
Yeah. He has those all the time. And he has them at his house.
And he got violently ill from it the one day.
Oh yeah.
The Big and Tasty is what.
Oh yes. The Big and Tasty. Oh, so good. You know what's funny? So I used to.
That was their play on the Whopper.
The Whopper.
The Whopper.
We were. My uncle was nice enough. We were like young kids. My uncle gave us jobs. We would work like once a week. We'd make like $20-25, and we would take that. My uncle would let us have one meal, and when we worked there for free, we would instead take that $20 and go to McDonald's. The bagels were great.
Thanks, the bagels, but
that was back when McDonald's first came out with the Tuesday
Big and Tasty
29-cent cheeseburger hamburger combo.
Did you ever do that?
I don't think so.
And they did a McDonald's like 60 chicken nuggets for like $9. You get it was like a Super Bowl size.
Like
it's
like a bucket of nuggets.
Yeah.
It was 100 like chicken nuggets or something for like $9.
That's a lot of nuggets.
And I think you got fries too.
Yeah, it was like a whole entire meal type thing.
And I'll never forget because we had a bunch of buddies that lived together.
Damn inflation.
We would save our money for those days. We would wait for tax day.
A bunch of fatties.
Oh,
a bunch of fatties.
But we never gained that much weight. And it wasn't until
Speak for yourself.
I used to love when Chris would come home from Jewel Because he would always go to Burger King or McDonald's, and I would just steal his fries.
Oh yeah, it literally would be like, because it'd be like 11 o'clock at night, and it'd just be like the easiest thing to get. Like,
It's a couple years old. 1806 is ginger beer.
Thanks, Pat.
yeah, great contribution to that story, Pat.
Sorry, I didn't go get binge at McDonald's late night with you guys.
You should have.
Did you ever? You never did. Oh man, we all used to work.
I remember
You have led a very disappointing.
I remember they used to have like the.
I know it was more big of a disappointment. Joe, who doesn't like Reese's, but this kid has never done it.
By now,
They used to have like one day it was called like Market Day or something at my school.
Yeah,
they bring the McDonald's hamburgers in. And they were like over there, or they would bring like a father and son pizza the next month, and the third one was like I think it was a hot dog from somewhere.
Wait, that's not Market Day.
Well, but they called it like it was like the same day they did Market Day. They did that shit for the school.
They did our Market Day on like a Saturday at our schools.
Yeah, I bet only volunteers didn't want to do Saturday at my school.
Fair enough.
That makes sense. We used to volunteer, me and Chris, and we would get paid to like carry stuff for old people.
I remember one time they had a.
We were always entrepreneurs.
They had a Super Bowl party at the school, and you could volunteer for community service hours to do it. So I did that, and I would bring people stuff, and they started like tipping me, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I had like half half the room, like I was working like half the room. I was raking in the cash.
Wait, like
and then they
drinks or
figured out what Pat was doing.
Then they figured out, and other kids started figuring out what I was doing, and they were trying to do it. And so they called us like, you guys can't accept money from these people. And I'm like, I ain't giving back what I already got. I'm saying that right now.
That's how there was a fish fry at our school.
And they wouldn't let me use community service hours for it though, because I
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I also made like $200, so it was worth it.
Wait. Were you bringing them drinks? Or
I was bringing them food. I was bringing them drinks. I was bringing whatever they wanted.
Oh yeah.
I was the guy making it happen.
Pat was flopping them in the bathroom if they needed it.
Whatever they needed, Chris.
You guys always gotta bring it to a dirty place.
I wasn't gonna go there.
You gotta take Pat. You can't let Pat Lynch fly too high. You know, he got $200. He was working the room.
He was doing work.
Doing work.
Italian guys are loving me, man.
Yeah, you gotta bring him back down a little bit.
Cut him at the knees. He's already short enough, Chris. Come on now.
You know, all the Italian guys were loving him though.
I have a couple stories.
They want the gabagool, you know.
The gabagool. Dude, that was a good commercial. You ever see that? Remember that? It was was it a Subway or was it? I don't remember the freaking. Which it was Subway or Jimmy John's. I think it was Jimmy John's.
It has to be Jimmy John's.
And it was the gabagool.
Brad Richards or
this dude's this Jimmy John's guy.
Or Brad Garrett. That's who
Brad Garrett. Yeah,
Brad Garrett.
Those are pretty good commercials too.
The Super Bowl commercial they started at.
Yeah, and then they had a couple other ones after that too.
They just got a new one. They got the beef and blue or whatever it is.
Have not seen that commercial yet.
They have a new sandwich. It's like
do they?
Roast beef and
blue cheese. Yeah,
I don't like blue cheese very much.
I'm not the biggest fan. I have a few stories that I thought we might want to talk about.
Let's hear it. Hit me.
So one is a guy almost went to jail for stealing 43 cents.
Nice. Was it a stamp?
No.
So that'd be less than a stamp. Stamp's 53 cents.
No, you can get.
I'm sorry, he almost got a felony account.
You can get different values.
And he would have went to jail. He would have went to jail for 7 years. In Pennsylvania, a guy went into a grocery store
and bought too much liquor, like I did the one time.
How do you buy too much liquor?
You remember in Philadelphia, you could only buy.
Oh, no, you didn't get. It wasn't illegal.
They say you could
state law.
Yeah, state law.
That's true. Okay, maybe I don't know, but no, this guy went in there and he saw Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's solid, and I'm sure I hope he was mixing it with some whiskey. Went in there and it was 2 for $3. So he's like, oh, okay, great. So he went and grabbed one, threw $2 on the counter, and walked out. Didn't know that it was you have to buy 2 to get the 2 for $3. So Pennsylvania wasted its time tracking this man down.
Yep. Wait, he only bought one.
Only bought one. Okay. So it's $2.29. I'm sorry. So then so
it's like kind of like if you go to Walgreens or 7-Eleven.
Or you go to 7-Eleven.
If you don't buy the one, it's like full price.
Was the counter empty? He just threw it down and walked out.
Yeah, he just put $2 on the counter and walked out.
Okay, continue.
They fouled him, or the Pennsylvania found him and arrested him.
How the hell did they know he took the Mountain Dew? Like, how did the store know?
Well, I'm sure because of the cameras and the.
Who's wasting their time going to look at this guy?
That's his point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is ridiculous. So, but they arrested him and they charged him with a felony because he's got 2 strikes. He stole gas one time and he stole shoes from the store. So 43 cents. He put down $2 and it was $2.43 with taxes. And But it was 3 strikes, 1, 2, 3. He would have gone to jail for 7 years for 43 cents.
Until Johnny Cochran resurrected himself to get him off.
No, his public defender got him out of it, but he sat in jail for 7 days. Insane.
That's ridiculous.
How are we wasting money on this? We have so many problems that you're telling me that a guy who stole...
Let me guess that his skin was of a darker complexion.
No, it sounds like he was... I don't think so. His name was... I don't know if they give him his name. Let's see. Soboski. No, he's probably a Polish guy.
That's just fucking nuts.
How dumb is that?
It is the dumbest thing. One of the dumbest things I've heard today.
The world lacks a lot of common sense these days.
Do you guys want another good one that of government just wasting money?
Yes,
Are we talking about Chicago budget that's coming out? Or?
No, that's pretty bad.
Please, let's not talk about that.
Ohio printed 35,000 wrong Wright brothers license plates. So 35,000 down the drain, and it was Ohio printed 35,000 new license plates before realizing a banner depicted on the plate was attached to the wrong end of the Wright brothers' historic first plane.
Were the Wright brothers from? I think they're in Carolina now.
I think. Who the hell knows?
I don't know.
Who the hell cares?
You're asking too many questions again, bud.
Who in the hell cares it's on the wrong side?
Who would know the difference, to be honest?
Exactly.
That's a better question.
Oh, that's true. Like, if you look at the picture, because it's in front. Like, so technically, but like, you know what I mean? It should be behind it, so it's flying, like it's fluttering, but it's in front of the plane. So
they noticed that after the 35,000 one.
This is again government. This is what I'm talking about. I think we all can admit that there's just too much.
The first flight wasn't. They're from Ohio, but the first flight they did was in Carolina.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they died in Ohio. That sucks.
Pat Lynch, not a fan of Ohio.
Not a fan of Ohio.
Cleveland. Oh, it's come back to Cleveland, right? Because Texas sucks. Is that song? That's the song, right, Chris?
No, it's Cleveland sucks.
No, they want you to come back to Texas
okay.
because
Cleveland sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
But Drew
Wait,
Carey,
what's that song? I was thinking Cleveland Rocks.
No,
right?
that's the Drew Carey song.
Okay.
The song he's talking about is
Same was the 1985 song, right?
Yeah.
Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup. Yeah, they say come back to Texas.
Tejas.
Really?
Yeah.
All my exes live in Texas.
They say come back to Texas so we can't have any abortions.
Is that?
No, that's not the song.
I'm like, what is this guy talking about? Like, where are we going with all this?
Apparently, we've had too much whiskey.
This is what happens when you give me Angry Orchard, all right? I'm getting angry.
Yeah, both of you. No more Angry Orchard ever again. The last one I thought was a criminal who's gotten away for 26 years. Like he ran away from it, going to jail.
Nice.
For 26 years.
What kind of crime?
Tax evasion.
Why are we asking questions, Pat?
I wonder if a murderer is out of the loose, or we got the guy that, like, you know, the guy that sold 43 cents from a convenience store.
Okay, that's great. I mean, listen, you know what? I can't. You know what? Let me go into it real quick. Let's see what he went to jail for.
Give me the deets.
I'll get you a little bit of the deets. Let's see. He walked into the police station.
He jaywalked.
From lawful custody.
Yeah, his pants out hanging too low, and he got fined.
Growing marijuana. He got 14 months added on to his 33-month sentence for growing marijuana. He did. The crazy story of this part.
26 years on the run for 3 years.
Oh, sorry, like 29 years on the run for 33 months.
For less than 3 years.
Yeah.
That's like,
God damn.
He did a pretty good job.
The odds are in his favor.
But no, you know why? Why he had to turn himself in? Because the pandemic in Australia, it's on an insane lockdown. Like, you can't do anything. He had no money, and he was living on the streets.
Is this in Australia this happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Sydney. So he was absolutely broke and living on the streets, and he's like, because he can't get a job, because he,
because he can't file for anything.
Or he can't, So he's like, forget it. I'll just go to jail and get this over with. So he got an extra year in jail time. He turned himself in. Which is kind of crazy. He got away with it.
At least the police weren't wasting resources to look for this guy.
Yeah, you're right. Because
Australia's got that part of it right, at least.
That's true. But I thought that was and again, just kind of crazy stories that's going on in the world. These are actually better, funny, like crazy stories that than what's if you watch the news right now. It's awful.
We got any Tig Ol Bitties this week, Chris?
We could.
Let's give me one. Give me two good ones.
Come on, Craig. What you doing?
Give me a good parlay.
Do we want to, Pat? Do you want to?
Do I want to?
Yes. Do you want to challenge Pat or Joe Keneally's? lock of the century of the week.
Challenge it in what way?
Like, do you have your own?
Do I have my own? Let me take a look at the games. He chose. Well, we don't want to ruin. I won't ruin the surprise.
Don't ruin the surprise.
I'll let Chris deliver the good.
All right,
news.
Miami Dolphins at Buffalo Bills. Bills are a 13.5-point favorite at home.
Wait, Bills are 13.
And a half-point favorite.
I'm sorry, who are they playing again?
The Miami Dolphins. Buffalo won
The stud
35-0, and Buffalo has covered games by an average of 11.3 points per game, second best in the NFL.
Okay, so you think cover? Take the Bills to cover.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go to our favorite team, the Los Angeles Rams. It's the second straight week Los Angeles is at least a 14-point favorite. They were 16.5 versus Detroit last week, and they did not cover. Sean McVay is 0-2 against the spread and 1-1 outright as a favorite of at least 14.5 points. Los Angeles is the second team in the last decade to be favored by at least 14.5 points in back-to-back games. 2019, New England had 2 separate streaks. So in 2019, New England was apparently 14.5-point favorites in back-to-back games twice.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to our favorite team, the Bears, who are 4-point underdogs at home against San Francisco. And we are going to say Chicago games are 6-1 to the under this season, the highest under percentage in the NFL. And apparently, from what I saw earlier this week, the under or the over-under line was 39.5.
Okay.
So we're gonna go see what it is right now.
Okay, so let's recap. So the first one, take the Bills on the points.
Yep.
What's your second one?
I would probably take the Rams not covering the 14.5 against.
Okay. That makes sense to me. Who are they playing?
So do the opposite of that one because they're playing Houston.
Okay. So they're playing Houston. Don't. Yeah. Oh, really? Don't
cover? They're 0. He's 0-2 again with that big of a spread and 1-1 outright.
Okay.
So
it's not a big enough margins on that. So maybe we stay away from that one.
14.5. I think they're, and then the under. I'm trying to find out right now
the Bears.
for the Bears game.
Last week, Joe gave us the win of Kansas City, the Rams,
and the Buccaneers.
And I went for all the other teams to cover, and I got smoked on that one. The only one that covered was LA, like Chris said. Houston destroyed. Houston was losing for a little bit, and what was the other one? I'm sorry, Rams, Houston, and Buccaneers.
So this over under is
Buccaneers
still 39.5. I'm going to go see what ESPN says it is.
So
okay.
why don't you give people the Joe C. lock of the century?
Wait, so
the over-under for the Bears game is 39.5.
Okay, fair enough, but so take under or over on that.
The Bears have been 6-1 against the under.
Okay, so take the Bears in the over, or not take the Bears, but over for sure.
I would take probably the over, because that's probably one of the lowest under numbers I've seen all year. And the last time we saw a number that low was like 40 for like New England.
And San Francisco and was it Philadelphia in the rain? Hit the over.
Or no, it was Indy and San Francisco.
Yeah, and they hit the over in the rain.
I would probably go the over on that one. That seems like a pretty low under.
But the Tig Ol Bitties is that the Bears have hit the under.
Six. They're 6-1 against the under. They have the best.
Meaning that they've hit over the.
So the under is 6-1 in games that the Bears have played this season.
Got it. So all right. So we're taking the Bears in the over. We're going against the Tig Ol Bitties, and we're going to take the.
We're going to go against
the Bills with the covering the points.
And we're not touching the Rams one because it's
don't touch the Rams one. I like it.
And then the Joe C. lock of the century of the week is the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night over the New York G-Men.
Cool.
I like that one, but I think the Giants are getting better. I'm hoping Saquon Barkley doesn't play. That would help me out.
That would help me greatly too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you have Saquon.
No, Joe has him.
Yeah. What's your pick, Pat?
In the S&P Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week is...
I'm going to do a 3-team parlay.
We're going to do a 3-team parlay, apparently.
Here we go.
Covering the points on these.
Okay, covering the points.
Covering the points.
Is going bold right now.
Bold. Nothing to lose, so don't waste your money in this, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go. We're going to go to the Bills to cover the 14.
Write that down.
Okay. I should probably write these down because I have to ask Pat every time I wake up.
If you're in a drunken hazel, what were the Bigs last night?
Okay, wait. Okay, so the Bills?
The Bills to cover the 14.
Bills. Got it.
I'm going the Browns to cover the 3.5.
Who are they playing?
It's Pittsburgh.
Are they
over?
Or I'm sorry,
The
the
Cleveland's minus 3.5.
So they gotta
win
win by more than 3.5.
The Browns with maybe
Baker Mayfield's coming out playing.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of faith in
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. And then I'm gonna go. What was my third one I looked at here? I am gonna go with what was the game? Sorry, I forget. It was the Bengals to cover the 10.5 over the Jets.
Wow.
So the Bengals got to win by more than 10.5 too.
Yep.
That is a what is it, Chris?
Ballsy.
This S&P Stone Cold Locks of the Century of the
We
Week.
should call it the S&P Stone Cold Way to Lose Your Money.
Yeah,
of the week.
because I do a great job of that. Okay, so we have a couple cool ones coming up here. So, cool ones. What am I talking about? I got some feel-good stories to kind of end this awesome podcast.
So I'm gonna be quiet for the next 15 minutes as we end the podcast.
Yeah, because you like to kill. Where are we at time-wise? Boom.
We're at an hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10 minutes.
About to be
Ooh.
an hour and 11.
Oh, look, we're going a little long today, baby. And we got to get out here so we can get that Halloween party going. But some feel-good stories. I think we all need a little bit of this. There's a lot of just garbage in them. And I like to do the animal ones because I think animals are much purer than us garbage people. A giant eagle owl, not seen for 150 years, got photographed for the first time this week.
Nice. Where was that at?
Ghana. A doctor in Ghana saw this huge eagle fly over him and was like, "Geez, that's a big eagle." Took a picture of it and sent it. And they're like, "We haven't seen this bird in 150 years."
An eagle owl. I'm gonna take a look at what it looks like right now.
Dude, it is huge. It's like kind of like if Chris had Joe's nose and my ears.
Nice.
Be some big old head.
Is it a Eurasian eagle owl? Is that the right thing?
Let's see here.
Looks a little bit like that.
No,
not the thing. Okay.
no.
This is a pretty cool looking bird though.
Yep. Nope. Definitely not. Type in giant eagle owl in Ghana.
Giant. Okay. Keep going, Peter. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So that I thought that was really cool. Like I love when they find animals that they haven't seen in years because there's so many things that we've not. I mean that ocean there's so untapped potential to explore.
Yeah, that is this thing that I pulled up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't see a good picture of it. This one I thought was. Oh yeah. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tap water produces a protective shield against microplastics.
Tap water where? All tap water?
Yeah, tap water. So for some reason, scientists have found that running your tap water, and especially in America with the cavity stuff, the fluoride, is really good for your teeth. That's why our teeth are so much better than like the English and like in Europe, because there's so much fluoride in the water. But
H2 flow.
It protects against harmful microplastics.
Nice.
Yeah. So stop drinking the BS bottled water.
Does this ginger beer contain this and
Yes, it
microplastics?
does. Read the ingredients.
Ah, Patrick.
I bet you Coors Light has it. I bet you this Coors Light starts there with nice tap water from the mountains of Colorado to protect the teeth for us.
There on Netflix right now. There's like a documentary about waste, and they talk about like plastic waste. They talk about how we've been tricked into drinking bottled water, something that should be free, and we consume it at an insane rate. Like those
there are 4 bottles on this table currently.
Yeah, and a gallon. So we're definitely part of the issue, but it's kind of crazy when you think about it. Free tap water's free. We could have.
I do use that pitcher thing in my house a lot to like.
Yeah, Lauren does that too. She has a big pitcher that works, and that's awesome. But when you need something on the go, bottled water. I just don't think Americans were drinking as much water as we were. I think we've realized how like the health benefits of drinking a ton of water.
It's muy importante, Christopher.
Yes, sir.
I'll believe you.
Yeah.
What's the third feel good story? Hit me again.
You want one more?
I'm feeling good.
All right, I'm gonna end you guys on a good note here.
And then on a high.
End it on a real high here. Oh.
Like you just going to a Grateful Dead concert. You're higher than high.
Higher than high. South Korean scientists perfect renewable power from urine while cleaning wastewater. I think that's kind of cool. So you could just go pee.
Your urine is renewable energy, Pat.
I believe it.
Pee-powered fuel cells that generate clean energy.
Can you
and
imagine if your
purify
car-
wastewater.
How great would that be if your car ran on that? You just pull over the side of the road, take a little leak, and just keep going.
I think there wasn't like a Simpsons or somebody did a joke like that where like you just pull over. No, a comedian did that where he was talking about like you pull over the side of the road, pee in your car, and turning urine into that'd be awesome.
Joe would never make it. His car can never be refilled. Can't be in public.
I know the. You got to get one more burn on him. He's not here to defend himself. I actually, I know that the president's like his tax bill and his stimulus or the infrastructure bill is pretty. Not a lot of people like it because whatever. But I think the whole global climate, like trying to figure that out, I think that's really important. And the more money we can put to that, I think it's gonna. Hopefully, eventually, we'll do something. There's going to be a lot of waste in it, of course, because it's government. But if we can start to do something, there's a lot of and we always have to end it on a bad note. But there's a lot of scientists that have come out and said, "Hey, we're getting close to that spot where we're not going to be able to change a lot of."
I do enjoy that you killed the good feel good vibe, not me.
Well, that joke was that I usually do it, but I mean, it's a priority for a lot of countries. They're trying to figure out renewable energy, get us away from the $3.55 gallon gas.
The good story of the weekend is Chris McGraw. They're coming at him in waves.
There you go. Did you guys see that Shell doesn't allow you the fuel rewards anymore?
No. What do you mean?
Juul, like your Juul ID. I don't know if you ever did. If you used the Juul ID. At
Shell partners with Fuel Rewards, which is its own thing.
Shell but you could use your Juul. I think worked that whole. Shell doesn't do any fuel rewards anymore.
Go to Mariano's, they do.
Yeah. Are you because you can't type in your ID anymore?
No, but he's talking about he does BP.
If you go to Mariano's and you put your phone number and it works.
Oh, if it's at the Mariano's, there's BP. BP. I'm talking
he's
Shell.
using BP. You're talking Shell.
That's such a random conversation to add to the end of this podcast.
I got like 40 cents off per gallon the other day.
We were getting 20 cents at Shell. Old man talk here, boys. Listen, I want to thank you again for joining us here on a wonderful Saturday night. Enjoy yourself some Halloween. Make sure if you have kids, check your kids' candy because we all know for some reason somebody's slipping in some weird shit into the candy these days. So make sure you're checking that candy. That was absolute lie, by the way. That never happened. I think it happened once, and that fear has always, forever, been a part of a kid's thinking.
Just rocking to sleep tonight, Peter.
Yes. Check us out on Podcast S&P for Twitter and Instagram. Hit us up at the S&P Podcast at gmail.com. And have a great week and enjoy your Halloween.
Joe, you better be getting those push-ups on at Notre Dame game. Bye!